I'll direct this to you since you played in this game last year. And y'all were, I think in that game last year, it was kind of tight, and they pulled away in the fourth quarter. Y'all had 6 points. Y'all flipped the script in this one. I mean, what was the difference for y'all in that fourth quarter, you think?
Honestly, I think it was just our mindset, and we was all on one accord. Like, the energy we brought in the fourth quarter, we was like, we can't be denied. So, yeah.
I guess for you, Aaron, you guys had that stretch in the fourth where it seems like Jessica just kind of took over, and even there kind of late in the third quarter. What's it like when she kind of gets going like that and makes it so tough for teams to defend?
I love to see it. I think that's her. Like, when we get the ball to Jess, we're very confident, and I think, to speak for all of us, she makes our job easier. So when we see her wanting it like that, it feeds off on the team. Like, that's one of our captains, and she's like that every day in practice. So to see it carry on to the game and to see her get what she deserves is everything.
Yeah.
Lauren, what do you think you guys learned about yourselves as a team, being able to flush that 0-2 start in SEC play, go to Arkansas, fend off their late run in that game, and then obviously win today?
Yeah, I think we're just going to, always continue to fight, even through adversity. We have a lot of talks, real conversations with each other, and that's one thing, no one wants to lose on this team. Nobody's worried about anything other than winning the basketball game. And I think going 0-2, it really humbled us in a way, and we came back even stronger.
Back here in the back.
Laura, this is for you. What was it like just playing your first rivalry game? The atmosphere, was it different? Was the feeling in the locker room different going into this one for you guys?
Yeah, for sure. One thing I know, rivalries are big everywhere. And I know especially here, before the first day I committed, probably they were like, we just want y'all to beat Ole Miss, beat Ole Miss. So, shoot, I came in with that mindset, yeah, we want to come in here and beat Ole Miss because I know that it's a big rivalry around here.
In the back here.
D'Abricia, you're obviously one of the players on this team from Mississippi. I saw you narrated the video for social media as well. Can you just talk about, just being from the state, what that rivalry means to you?
Honestly, it means a lot to be able to pull off this win. We wanted it, and I know I wanted it. I wanted to beat them bad. So for us to come in with that mindset, and like you said, it's a rivalry game. I'm from Mississippi. This is what we've always known. I've been a big Mississippi State fan, so for us to just pull it off today, it's a great feeling.
Grace in the back here.
D'Abricia, going off of that, obviously you don't really need any extra motivation going into a rivalry game, but after last year and dropping both of those games, how much extra motivation did that give you?
Yeah, that's what we talked about this year. We was like, we got to get it back. That's all we kept saying. We got to get it back. So we went into the practice with that mindset of we got to be aggressive coming in. We got to be able to throw the first punch, knowing that this was going to be a tough game. They want it just as bad as we do, but we said we got to want it more, and I think it showed tonight.
We're going to have Steph on over here.
Lauren, I think in the last 6 minutes or so, they only scored 2 points. What kind of, flip for you guys defensively to close it out there?
We know, when it comes down to these close games, it's going to rely on defense, not offense. So, we just kept harping on get a stop, because that will carry over into our offense, which it did tonight.
We're going to have back here in the front.
Aaron, you guys were getting beat up a little bit on the boards until the fourth quarter, but then you really helped flip the script there. What were you seeing on some of those rebounds late in the game that helped you take control?
At halftime and even during timeouts, that was a big thing that we were concerned about, rebounding, and D'Abricia stepped up and she was like, we have to have a rebound. So I just wanted to get those rebounds to my teammates. I knew we needed a little extra help, so I was determined to do that for the team.
We'll go right here in front.
It seems like you've had a little monkey on your back, too, the first few SEC games. How did that feel to come out in the fourth quarter and do what you did, get the three-point play, hit the mid-range jumper, and get some big rebounds, too?
Yeah, I think it did a lot for my confidence. Today, I feel like I was everywhere, like I was a real-rounded player today. It's not all about points to me, and I just want to come out and hustle and do what my team needs me to do, and I think I did that today.
Any more questions? One more, right in the front, last one.
Lauren, y'all got a big one, too, coming up Thursday. How do you kind of flush this and build, but also build on what y'all have done this week with the 2 wins y'all got?
Yeah, it was great winning today. We got an off day tomorrow. And just, come in for practice, ready to go, because we know, I know the SEC is nothing to play with. Every night you could get somebody's best punch, so we just got to get ready for our next opponent.
Thank you, guys.
First one is sometimes you got to get knocked down to get up. All right, we felt the energy. All right, heard everybody in town. What's up? Women's basketball done. What happened to last year? Read everything. Our kids are motivated. Like I told y'all last game against Arkansas, I got some dogs. Most importantly, some Mississippi State Bulldogs. But this is a great win for our fans. It's a great SEC win, but this can't define the rest of our season. We got to remain hungry. We'll celebrate tonight, but back to work tomorrow.
Start with Robbie in the front.
You had a very similar situation last year in this game here, kind of gut check, y'all are down, and they closed it out strong. Y'all did it this time. What was kind of the difference for your team this year, you think?
At some point in life, you just got to say stop. It's like being a little kid. Somebody keeps picking on you. All right, you can't go crying wolf and saying, I'm getting picked on. You got to put your dukes up, and you got to let them know, stop it. All right, and so it's a mindset. I told you we're going to fight, all right, we're going to bid, we're not going to break, and I just thought you had a look in the fourth quarter where I told them several times with the fans that came tonight, and shout out to our fans, I said, guys, only way we lose this game is if we turn it over. Our fans, there felt like 6 to 7 people on the court because the energy was real. The energy is everything I wanted when I took this job. The energy is everything that I saw before I took this job for what this program could be, and that was the #1. One special place, and I've got plenty of home games that are coming after this, and I'm going to keep challenging our fans. The best is yet to come. My team is hungry. They're learning from each other, and most importantly, I'm trying to still get that first sell up.
Coach O was just saying that she felt like y'all were a team that played with some motivation because of, how this series went last season. I mean, is that something you guys talked about?
No.
Do you feel like it was motivation to beat
No,
them?
honestly, like I said, I'm not trying to be rude, but I ain't nothing to do with last year. I got a new team and new staff this year. And like I said, I got new players, and I understand, like I always tell y'all have a story to write, and we got a reference last year, but this year's team has got bigger goals than last year's team. So they're hungry. They came here for a purpose, and like I said, we got to stay the course. When I see some of these scores, and I haven't checked the updates, there's a lot of upsets right now in the SEC. It's anybody's league, and like I said, is this a big game? Yeah. It's a big SEC win, but most importantly, it's for our fans. But at the same time, this can't define the rest of our season, or why am I sitting right here? Because like I said, we've got bigger goals than just tonight.
Go here in the back.
Coach, another big game for Jessica. What have you seen from her the last 2 games?
Best post player in the country. I said it, and I say it with my chest. I've been saying it, but it was only a matter of time, like I said, till she believes it. I love that kid for multiple reasons. She's in the best shape of her life. She's a dog. She works. There's a demeanor about her, but most importantly, as a head coach of this program, I love that kid because that kid's got my back. Every time we're in a tough situation, she speaks, she repeats. When adversity hits, her character comes out through the roof. She's like, not tonight. We're winning this game, and you can't put a price tag on that. That's what a 5th year is supposed to do, and she's doing everything and then some.
Where you go? You're in the front.
Sam, how much of a growing up moment was this for Miracle, being able to do this in a rivalry game when Jerkayla maybe isn't as sharp offensively as she usually is?
Yeah, well, here's the thing. They put their best defender on Jerk, and we talked about at halftime. Jerk, this is what happens when you're the leading scorer. You're getting everybody else's best punch, but again, that's why the hashtag's won. You got 4 other good teammates, so don't force a shot. Trust them. If they want to put Madison Scott on you, well, let me make the other 4 guard. And also with Miracle, like I've been saying, I know y'all think I'm crazy, but I've been saying she's been a miracle from day one. She's my miracle. I love that kid, and tonight was nothing new to us. Our fan base, every time I go out to eat or get gas, they're like, Coach, I love that Miracle kid. All right, I'm like, I hear you. And guess what? I do too. And, for her to just continue to play, and I think she's been playing like that all year. And obviously it's magnified because it's Ole Miss, but she's been that person all year for us. And like I said, if you didn't look at the roster, you wouldn't know that's a freshman. And boy, I'm going to be very fortunate over the next 3 years, and our fan base is too, to watch her grow.
Coach, not referencing last year, but it is your first win over your rival, and Lauren said that was the first thing she heard when she signed here. You got to beat Ole Miss, and you got that win. But the way you guys won it, neither team could kind of separate until the fourth quarter. What do you think was the key in that fourth quarter for you guys?
We play defense. Defense, like I said, if like I said after post-game Arkansas, I know what I got. I got the talent. I do. I got the heart. But like I told them, last year's team, that's why I give them credit. They play defense. This year's team, y'all reading too much press clippings. Y'all reading too much Twitter. Where's your heart? Where's your passion? Most importantly, where's your energy? And in that fourth quarter, again, I've been fortunate to be part of 2 Final Four teams. Those Final Four teams have a dog mentality about them that they understand. There's, 7,000, 8,000 a night? Okay, it's great when everybody comes in, but what you doing when there's nobody in here? All right, and my kids are working hard behind the scenes. I keep saying it. We have multiple injuries, sickness, but they keep on saying, give me that jersey. All right, oh, I'm down with 7 kids. Don't worry about that. Give me that jersey. All right, oh, what's tonight? Oh, jerk. You hurt your ankle right before we get on the Arkansas trip? Don't worry, tape it up harder because give me that jersey. And when you play for each other on the front and not for the name on the back, man, special things can happen, and that's why I want to make sure we celebrate tonight and stay hungry for tomorrow.
We're staying in the back here.
Going off that, as people were trying to get the players off after the game, I heard you say no, let them celebrate. Why was it so important to you to let them celebrate in front of those 7,000?
Because, man, that's what this is about. I honestly believe it with all my heart. I think this is one of the best jobs in the country. Our fan base is special. We're ranked in the top 25, and I keep saying I've got awesome administrators who are busting their butt, community support that, again, I saw those pictures when Vic was here. And this place was unbelievable. I remember watching the South Carolina and Mississippi State game, and I was like, I want that moment. And for me to get this head coaching job, I told y'all from day one, it might be crazy, but your boy's crazy. I believe it can happen. And I'm going to keep speaking it with my chest, and most importantly, my women are going to speak it with their heart behind the scenes. And when that moment happened, again, I really believe it was because our fan base. There was just an energy that I wanted to make sure we thanked them. And then life's hard, man. We've been beat up. I keep telling y'all, we've been beat up. But like I said, sometimes you got to get knocked down to get up, bounce back. And boy, they bounced back, but most importantly, thank those fans, because without y'all and the energy behind the scenes and believing in us, none of this would be possible.
Here in the front.
You mentioned the defense being consistent pretty much the game. What made the difference in the fourth quarter, getting those defensive rebounds and shutting down the second chance points Ole Miss was getting?
Yeah, I think a shout out to my staff. Again, I told you it's not about me, it's about we. And like I told everybody behind the scene, y'all working, I heard it all. All right, y'all about this life? Yeah, we about this life. We've been in that office nonstop. If you drive by, you'll see my light on. All right, we were determined to find a way, turn over every stone, have the most best game plan possible, because you know what? These young women deserve it. And they were great throughout the game. I had great suggestions. I had great poise by them, and then we were just connected. When you're aligned and you can't be denied, good things happen, and tonight was one of those nights.
What's the ball here?
They list 5 forwards in their starting lineup, and Coach Joe was talking about not really having that true point guard. What kind of makes it tough to guard a team like that, or what kind of things were you guys able to do to maybe take advantage of a team without that true point guard?
They're a nightmare, and like I said, that's why I'm not saying this innocently. We probably could see each other 4 times. You know, last year we were on pace to see each other 3 times before we lost in the SEC tournament in the first round. So again, there's a lot of respect. This is a night we're going to celebrate tomorrow, but again, this game doesn't define our season. They're tough, they're long. You know, a lot, like I said, when I took this job, I'm chasing them because they're a Sweet 16 program that made history. But I know one thing, your boy's trying to make history too. And I got a locker room full of people that are trying to make history. But again, we're going to celebrate tonight, but we got to go back to work. Ain't no time to have no balloon parties and ice cream cake. We got to make sure we stay hungry, and I know we got a good chance here at home.
In your time here, y'all are 35-0 now when leading with under 5 minutes to go in the game. I guess what has your staff done? What have you done to kind of give your team that edge when you have the advantage late in games like that?
First of all, let's continue to lead with 5 minutes to go. I like that. 35-0. It's not bad for a rookie coach, huh? All right. So, but again, it's a credit to people. And then we prep, man. I live this life. You can see the bags on my eyes, and shout out to my wife. This is what we do. And I've been fortunate to have great coaches before me to teach me the game, teach me how to manage it. Y'all hear from me a lot of times, and I tell my team, save my timeouts. Don't make me burn my timeouts in the first half, because if I got timeouts at the end, I'm a better coach. So shout out to all the players who played here last year and this year to put me in position so I could guide them, but most importantly for them to make the plays to get us through and win the games.
This whole game had been played within a 9-point margin. You guys were not up more than 5. They weren't up more than 4 until Poe hit that 3 with about 2.5 minutes left. What would it mean for her being the only Mississippi kid on your roster to help put this game away?
Everything, because again, we're Mississippi State. We're the state school. And so, again, that's why I embrace this. I have a lot of respect for Ole Miss. We're going to be a program of class. They're winners. They're tough. And, again, like I said last week, the state of Mississippi slept on for women's basketball. Between Ole Miss, us, and Jackson State, there's 3 great programs nationally that don't get talked about. So for her to, stay in state, and I told y'all I'll never forget when I got the job, me and Gabe Lazo went in a U-Haul and went straight to her house. I knew how special she was, and that's the first time Gabe only ate 1 plate in his life. All right? That guy, I love him, but I said, Gabe, get another plate or she's going to transfer, and he didn't do it. All right? But he had a hell of a scout tonight. All right? But, no, seriously, for her to stay, and then like I said, I'm a first-time coach. Think about that. First-time head coach from Louisville. And she's like, this dude's my head coach. This is what I got. But she said, you know what? I'm staying with you, and I believe in you. But most importantly, I believe in Mississippi State. It's a statement to her, what she's about, and for us to get this win for her in a state rivalry is huge.
Erin's been fighting it a little bit in the first few conference games, and I think she had 2 points coming in the fourth quarter, but she came through for you big there to kind of get y'all going in the fourth, whether it be hitting the board. She had the big 3-point play to put y'all up. I mean, what's it been like for her? I mean, she transfers over from Arkansas as leading scorer. She's having to share, time in the post with Jess. I mean, what's it been like for her, and how proud were you to see her have that moment there in the fourth quarter to help your team win?
Yeah, I mean, like I've always said, this portal's great. It's awesome, but like I've always told everybody, give us grace, man. When you transfer, everybody on paper wants it to happen right away. That's not how life works. Just like when you move or take a new job, you need time to go through some stuff, right? She was injured during that stretch. We lost 2 games. She's fought for me. The kids never quit. I haven't quit on her. She's had some great testimonials. And then, like I said, in today's society, sometimes we get too caught up in a box score that determines success, and people don't truly evaluate and watch what she's doing behind the scenes. She's a matchup problem. Sometimes she boxes so hard that she don't get the rebound. But most importantly, she has a demeanor about her, a body of language about her that won't be denied, and I thought you saw all that tonight. Thanks, everybody.